for skilled occupations.
On today's immigration news with female concept, my name is Ruwan. These are my people. Hello there. Do you want to study? Number 3 on the list, we have
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Reaction to Global. My name is Tunde, and on today's episode, we have a lot of interesting reactions to news that broke this week. Stay tuned, and if you find this information useful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
Hello there. On today's immigration news with female consult, my name is Oluwa. Australia. Federal budget for 2024 to 2025 released commitment to migration system. Reforms reaffirmed. The budget is to reaffirm its ongoing commitment to migration system. Some key measures include the introduction of immigration programs such as the new National Innovation Visa, changes to the existing immigration policies, including relaxation of work experience requirements for the temporary skills shortage subclass 482 visas, budget allocation for immigration-related programs and offices.
Australia is also taking a cue from what other big countries are doing. The new National Innovation Visa, which is to be introduced, is going to allow exceptionally talented individuals to come into Australia to live and work and as well improve the overall economic situation of the country. Relaxation of work experience for the temporary skills shortage visa subclass 482. That's quite refreshing because it allows for persons without much work experience to actually get through this subclass of visas without the hassle of work experience. And budget allocation for immigration-oriented programs as well. This simply means that the government is tilting towards immigration-friendly policies for the coming years. But also there is the not too friendly part that comes with it, which is Australia is looking at introducing a cap on international students, following in the footstep of what Canada did with the allocations of attestation letters to cap the number of international students as well and have data to work with. I feel it's the same route which Australia is going through. But again, weighing both policies, they've done a relaxation of work experience on subclass 482. The new National Innovation Visa allows exceptionally talented individuals to come in. It feels like they've offered more for the cap to be placed on international students, which is not saying they won't have international students, it's just that it's going to be controlled.
Schengen area. Visa fee increase effective June 11. Schengen visa fees will increase from 80 euros to 90 euros for adults and from 40 euros to 45 euros for children 6 to 12-year-olds, effective June 11, 2024. The fee increase follows a review which takes place every 3 years as required by the Schengen Visa Code.
This is actually quite straightforward. The Schengen visa regions are guided by the Schengen Visa Code, and they have decided, based on the agreement in the code, to do a review after every 3 years to increase the visa fee from 80 euros to 90 euros, and this is going to be effective on the 11th of June 2024. And this is due to the EU wide inflation rate and salary development for national civil servants over the past 3 years. And this is also not a strange development because if you look at countries like the UK, Australia, and New Zealand, they have also increased their visa fees over different visa categories in the past 1 to 2 years. So I think this is not much of a bad policy. It's fine. From 40 euros to 45 euros for kids between the age of 6 and 12, and 80 to 90 for adults. So I think it's fine, and it's a good policy.
Schengen area. Internal Schengen border check situation. Border guards may require identification documents and perform detailed checks of travelers crossing borders in affected Schengen region. Travelers should carry their identification documents, and visa-exempt nationals should be mindful of their Schengen allowance days, as the limit for visa-exempt nationals to remain in Schengen country is 90 days in a 6-month period.
Well, this is another straightforward news coming from the Schengen region. Border checks. I think countries like Austria, Denmark, Germany, thereabouts have agreed to continue from October to November 2024 with their internal border checks. This simply means that these countries mentioned, they may request for identification and perform detailed checks of travelers crossing their borders. And also, visa exempt nationals are to are to take into consideration. I will be mindful of the allowances they are giving, which is 90 days within a 6 month period, so as not to fall foul of these checks if done or if they come across any of the borders where these checks have been done. What pros and cons does this policy provide? Firstly, I think increased security across these countries that have agreed to continue with the internal border check. It makes it easier to track criminals and terrorists from these internal border checks. Also, it reduces the chances of illegal immigration. If these internal border checks are carried out as frequent as they would be done, it helps checkmate illegal immigration as such persons are unable to move into these regions. Then the cons I can see or I can think of, it will bring about delay to travelers because the inconvenience from different border checks, because you might face, would actually lead to sort of inconvenience to a traveler, and also reduced economic integration. Thanks for watching today's episode. Don't forget to share, like, subscribe.